Jawas. Just little hooded,
you guys
angry
are,
Italians.
You guys are after a Bothan named Barfonrin.
Barfonrin.
Bar is the first name, Fonrin is the last.
Barfonrin. Can't stop posting.
The worst version of Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren. Barfin Ren. What do you call Kylo Ren when he gets sick after coming out of hyperspeed? Barfin Ren. Barf. Joke makes me barf.
Half man, half dog. I'm a best friend.
Barf.
I'm half dough, I'm half buck. I'm a duck. Terrible movie, couple of decent lines. Yeah, I mean, you guys can get to this. It's a forested moon, but think jungle more so than like redwood forest, like Endor.
Oh, okay. Not quite swamp like Dagobah.
No,
Somewhere in between Dagobah and Endor.
Yes.
Okay.
But it's also not like. I mean, it is a jungle. It is overgrown, but it's not like. It's not like so badly, thickly overgrown that like it's going to be impossible to move through.
Okay.
But it is a little jungle moon. And you guys have sort of rough coordinates on the planets where they think this guy might have gone to, but not anything specific.
Okay. Is there a port or somewhere where we can land our ship?
As far as you guys know, this planet is not like
It's uninhabited.
Okay.
Apart from their
Okay.
secret hidden little base.
I
I feel like...
probably find...
Do we want to try and like sweep from the spaceship? Because then they know we're coming. We don't have like
I would say
orbital
we
scanners,
get
do
as
we?
close.
Maybe ship has sensors.
Okay.
Like you might be able to pick up. I mean, like maybe you could pick up like communications or stuff like that, but you're probably not going to get like. It's not going to pop up as a blip on the radar.
Yeah.
Necessarily.
But it might help us narrow
would
down
say
like
we-
an area-ish that they're in, so that we
Yeah.
can land near
I
it
would
and start
say like
sweeping.
get as close, not on top of the coordinates, but get a decent distance away from it,
What is your
and we.
What is your sensor range?
Well, that's a thing. Where would that be?
That's a good question. Not on the back, apparently. No, it's not. It should be written down there, but it is not. So I will look that up because I do have that.
Perfect.
Outer Rim Special. Sensor range, short.
Short. We going to sweep around with the sensors.
Okay.
Try and pick up
Just
on
make
some
me
stuff.
make me a computers check. Whoever's on the sensors, probably the computers guy.
I'm probably the
Probably-
co-pilot
probably our
here
gank.
because I'm good
Yeah.
at this stuff.
I'm flying it, and the gank's my co-pilot, while the bocce ball player is taking a nap.
Canon that he's a bocce ball player.
There's a hangover.
There's a hangover.
Next in line.
Just make it well, no, make it hard.
Make it hard.
Yeah.
I assume I can't like plug in my rat tail for this one. Oh,
Not
well,
really.
doesn't matter anyways.
But you guys do also have the
Yeah, I'm not.
the
I don't
features.
need. I just rolled it as a hard anyways. I have a success, 2 threats, and a triumph.
There's success, 2 threats, and a triumph. Now
Triumphantly successful.
triumphantly successful.
With a
The
couple
thing
threats.
The thing with the triumphs is they don't necessarily cancel out other things.
There's still threat.
There's
There's still threat.
So,
But I like nail this.
yes, you're able to pick up like both like what seems to be like a communications setup, like a communications array, as well as like a shipboard communications array that seems to be like in the same spot.
Okay. So they've got a ship. Good to know.
So you're able to like, and yeah,
Obviously.
you're able to like immediately like pinpoint both of those. Can you hand me one of the books? I wanna read through how the Triumph works again, just because they're crits, kind of.
Succeed so good.
And I
Such good success.
sort of want to just decide how. It's sort of deciding how the triumph and the threats are going to. I don't need building a basic dice pool. I need this.
Be right back.
That description is even. I feel like there was a bit of a joke there, and I'm not entirely happy about that. Reading that description reinforced what I already knew, which means the big question is, do they know you're coming or not? The threats would imply yes, and everything else would imply no. I guess the triumph is just pinpointing their exact location.
Okay.
But you think since you were able to pick them up, there's an equal chance that they were able to pick
They
them up.
probably know there's a ship sweeping this area right now. Like, there's a sensor going out in this area right
Yeah,
now.
they might well know that.
No. Fair enough. Let's try and land in a way where we're like, since we know exactly where they're, I want to like try and land somewhere where we're not. They don't see a ship fly in and land nearby, ideally. And then we'll move in on bike.
So what happened?
So we were pinpoint successful. We know exactly where they're at, but they could tell that there's a ship with sensors like sweeping the area. Like they know that someone's around. So they might be on like a higher alert level.
Okay.
But I mean, if we can get like a good jungle position with you up in a tree with your freaking sniper heavy blaster scope and just start popping people.
The jungle gaffy whack.
The jungle gang. You go and knock on their front door and who is it? Just your friendly neighborhood gaffy whack.
I'm pretty sure that's what kept happening to American soldiers in Vietnam. jungle gaffy.
Yeah,
PTSD,
I like that
huh?
idea. I get up in the tree and kind of scout you guys or cover you guys while you both move in and gappy whack people.
I can get behind that.
Yeah, I mean, you guys.
I can get behind you. Let's do it.
You guys. Yeah, you guys can definitely find a spot. You know, a short distance away, clear enough to land the ship. From there, you can do whatever you want.
I think we'll
Go towards this direction.
I mean, since we had to land a decent ways away, I assume we'll fly in or drive in on the speeder bike to a reasonably close location to walk from, and then move in from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you trying to do it
I'm trying to move in stealthily.
stealthily?
Yeah, I think so.
I would like to climb the tree stealthily too.
Once we get
But then
closer,
again,
Make a piloting
like planetary.
check to go to be stealthy.
How hard?
Hard.
How hard?
Ooh, one threat.
Hard.
Hard. Just one threat.
Just one.
No failure, but one threat.
Okay. I mean, you're definitely not like crashing into any trees or anything. But you, as you're like trying to get towards the, towards your ping, you see somebody try and like dive, like quick, they're coming and dive out of the bush, dive into the bushes. Ahead.
I would like to like hard turn, swerve, and pull up to where like the bike pulls right up next to the bush, and then just gesture to Haas because we need to do this quietly.
Okay.
I'm as we're pulling up, I'm gonna say Haas quick before he gets on the comm, and
everybody rolls me a.
cool. Gotta keep my cool.
Is it cool or vigilance? I can never remember.
Ours is cool. His is vigilance, right? Because we're like starting it. cool if you're starting at vigilance if you're the receiver of the attack.
Well, it's more about like whether the fight just breaks out or whether it's like an ambush.
Okay.
Is like
I would prefer vigilance,
and it's just-
but
end of the book, yeah.
but it's I am much more vigilant than I am cool.
Oh, we all know
It's
that.
it's just the amount of dice you have in cool with no purple, right?
Yeah, but whether we're doing cool or vigilance is a
Is
bit
the
of a
key.
question still.
It's gonna be vigilance all around.
Hey, good.
Well, that's worse for me.
We get it. You're cool.
I'm
Must
really
be
cool, guys.
He's really cool.
I'm really cool.
One advantage.
1 success, 3 advantage.
Yes. 2 advantage. Yeah, we were trying to play a game. Will's just reading the book.
Yep.
Rude.
Not
We are
Game
playing an
of
RPG,
listening.
which is reading books and doing.
What is vigilance under? Vigilance?
Vigilance is a willpower.
Willpower. Okay. Okay. Thanks for nothing. I mean it.
Literal nothing.
Literal nothing.
Hey, so we all go before him.
Yes.
I think we give the first initiative order to you.
Hey!
yeah. Give it to Haas, and then I can
Maybe
stab him
you
if I
shock
need
glove
to.
him instead of gaffy whack him, then we can question him.
I knew I got that shot glove or something. I knew at some point I wouldn't want to brutally murder somebody.
Unlikely.
I sort of doubt it.
So, describe to me what the scenario is. He's just standing there? Or,
No, he dove into a...
Like,
Like,
okay.
as you guys were, like, cruising up, he, like...
He tried to dive into a bush to hide.
Yeah, to not be spotted.
So yeah, I guess I go up to him and I try to
Just put a hand on his shoulder.
just do the little
Give him a little zappity zap.
little zappity zap.
I believe that is a brawl check.
Okay,
It's on the back.
he's on the back. You got it.
The ball is on the back. Shock glove is attached.
But what is?
There you go. So it's bronze, so it'll be 1 yellow and 2 purples. Or excuse me, 2 greens for me. And I think it's just 1
Yeah,
green,
green.
or 1 purple difficulty for melee, right?
2 greens, 1
For
yellow,
the brawl.
2 purples. Nothing.
Absolutely
Nothing.
nothing.
Absolutely nothing?
I stand there,
Can
right
I,
over him.
can I just
Nothing happens.
switch to stun and shoot him with my heavy blaster?
Sure.
Well, I was like, I can stab him too.
We don't. I think the stun will be quiet enough, and then we can still question him.
All right, fair enough.
That's just a.
I mean, I can also
close.
stun him too,
That's
because
a- Is that 1 purple for close?
Yep.
I won't be able to aim because I have to pull blaster up from the sling and then blast him. Oh, Jesus Christ. 2 successes, 3 advantages, 1 triumph.
I mean, would you like
Oh my
to spend
God.
all of that on something? He goes down. You stun him.
I stun him. I'd like to spend the triumph that I stun him and he Wilhelm screams for me. Wow.
Okay.
But quietly. Maybe the
Wilhelm
triumph is
whispers.
that I stun him real quiet. Like,
Okay.
Whispers.
Boxus, it is your turn.
we're not out of combat, huh?
yeah.
Oh, shit.
No?
Oh, shit.
Who else is here?
We gonna learn today. So you're
we
still.
sure-
I'm still on the bike. He's still on the bike. You jumped off to shock glove him. We'll see what happens.
So we're certain that this is the guy.
We don't know this is the guy.
This
I
is
thought he was
a
the only
guy.
one out
This
here.
this is not a Bothan.
So
Okay.
I was going to stun him so we could
Okay.
question him before we went to these guys' compound. I wasn't thinking he was the
But-
guy. But if there's more people here, we might just have to. This dinner bell might done be rung already.
What the hell can I do? Is there?
Look for him. Try and spot him.
Yeah, I scan the area, looking to see who else is here.
Perception.
Is it called perception or notice in this one? Perception. Make me a average perception check there, Boxes. It's notice in Savage Worlds that you don't have a ranking.
Yes.
That's true. Sergio.
It's actually one of the things that changed with the Adventure Edition.
One success.
One success. There's definitely a couple other people here getting ready to shoot y'all.
Was that my action already, or can I still fire?
Oh no, we'll
Can
do
I
that.
fire?
We'll call that as a
maneuver?
So you can.
Okay, so I could fire at them.
Yeah.
Now. Okay, so I'll.
Yeah, it'll be
Okay,
medium range, so it'll be 2 purple.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, I'll use my heavy blaster and shoot at one of them.
Okay. But yeah, they did like 5 skills that everybody just automatically gets a D4 in.
One success,
which
2
I-
advantages.
So like 1 success, 2 advantages. I think it is physically impossible for you to not do enough damage with a heavy blaster rifle to not kill this man. So you kill this man. You have 2 advantages. Recover strain. Add a blue to the next allied character's check.
Or add black to the. Oh, targeted. He did.
Add a blue to any allied character's next check, yours or
Okay.
theirs. So you can add it to the next one. You can choose somebody to give it to. A bunch of the other ones don't necessarily make a ton of sense at the moment.
Okay.
You want to give someone a
I'll
blue?
keep it for my. Well, because that it would take a lot for Smuggler to get up close. I'll give a blue to Apex on his next roll.
Thanks, friend.
Okay. So now,
And so, we shall go to.
and so it is their turn.
Oof.
I think
And none of these guys we notice are Bothans.
no.
Okay.
That's
That's what I was about to ask. I was like, I didn't just kill.
Did you just
the
kill the guy?
so it'll be 1 shot at Apex and 1 at.
How many
No,
more are left?
one at. Because you're still on the.
I'm on the.
You're on
I'm
the-
on the bike. He's Apex is on the bike. Boxus is in the sidecar. Haas is on the ground because he had to jump off to go shot glove.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it'll be 1 at Boxus and 1 at Haas. So this one. will
I
be
like
Haas.
this outcome. Nothing personal, kid.
3 success, 1 advantage. So that
Jesus.
is 12 before your soak.
So 8.
Ow.
E.
Ooh.
I have 5 points left, boys.
Wait, no, ignore that. I did that wrong. It's only 10 before your soak.
Hey.
6. That's now
My apologies.
just about 1 stim pack away from being hit. But I'll
7
just-
left, boys.
I'll
I
try
don't
and
have.
catch up.
Okay, then this one will be at you, Boxus.
I do have stim pack though.
He misses.
Sweet.
And he'll add a black setback die to your next check because you got some advantages. That's all I can do.
All right.
And it is back around to your guys' 3 initiative slots.
Okay, I say Apex shoots first.
Yeah,
'cause he's
we
got
need
the
guys
blue
to go
die,
first.
so he could.
Yeah, I'm gonna. So did they hit Jerry? Sorry, I was reading that.
No.
No, they
So-
missed.
Okay. The one that
They
shot
all
my
hit,
boy Haas
Haas.
is getting the fucking blazed. So, 2 of those, 1 of those. They're medium range?
Hmm?
And I'm going to aim, and I also got a blue from Jerry, so 2 blues. What? That's a lot of good dice for only 1 advantage. Pretty pathetic. 1 advantage, I'll give the next ally a blue die. Okay. Whoever takes the next turn gets a blue.
I'll take the next one because
you can shoot.
Okay, so you'll have 1 black and 1 blue.
I'll also, for like my movement, I think I'll try and... should I stay on the bike? Should I jump? I'll stay on the bike in case we need to move around. I'll stay on the bike.
Can I do this precise aim maneuver? What would that do for me?
I think that just adds a blue when you aim. Was there a different maneuver than precise?
Where is the precise aim maneuver, Jerry? Is
59. Page 59.
Page
of
50.
Force and Destiny or EOT?
Edge of the Empire.
Okay.
Do you have that one unlocked?
Yeah, it's one of my abilities.
That's one of the ones you bought?
Okay.
Yeah, I bought Grit, Dodge, Precise Aim, and Quick Draw. Those were the ones I got when we started.
That's when you spend strain to do something?
You bought which ones, Jerry?
Grit, Dodge, Precise Aim, and Quick Draw.
Okay, you got all 4 of those. Okay. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, so you just suffer... Actually, you don't... That won't do you any good here because he doesn't have any points in defense.
Okay. I figured it was like one of the situations where it'd give me a blue die, something to help me out with this black die.
No, but aim does. Like since you already have your weapon out, if you take the aim maneuver and don't move, you have quick draw as well, so it doesn't matter. But
yeah. Yeah, because I am gonna aim then.
Yeah, if you aim, then it adds a blue.
Okay, so I get 2 blue now since.
Yes. Yeah, 2 blue and 1 black on top of the 2 purple and whatever your ranged heavy is.
I do?
No, him.
Oh.
4 successes.
4 successes. That man is dead.
You want to go doctor?
He is very dead.
You
are no medical droid, but that man is dead.
You're well on your way to becoming a medical droid. And that man is dead. So I guess it is Haas.
Interesting.
God,
Just the stun
there.
There's the stun guy on the ground. There's 1 guy still left.
He's how far away from him is he? Is he gonna
be
have to
medium range?
Medium range.
I mean, I suppose I shoot him with my shooty shoot.
You could move up to like close. Can't you move like 1 range?
I could move close enough?
You wouldn't be able to.
You wouldn't be able to melee.
You wouldn't be able to move closer.
It'd be an easier shot on him if you're closer, but also an easier shot from him onto you if you're closer.
The wooden drawing doesn't moving count as a maneuver, and drawing a pistol count as a maneuver.
I do have medium range.
Yeah, just like a close range shot's easier than a medium range shot. The range of your gun is just how far it can effectively shoot.
Yes,
you can't
move is a
maneuver. Oh, okay.
And like managing your gear, so like.
Okay, cool.
I just shoot him then.
Okay, that's just
just a range light for you, I believe. You're using a blaster, like a blaster pistol.
Yes, blast pistol.
Yeah, so just 2 purple.
I think it's a stun setting. I don't know if that means it just has.
It has a stun setting.
You can choose to use stun damage.
Okay, I don't.
Instead. Oh, never mind then.
So, sorry.
Just 2 purple against your ranged light.
Which, if you don't have any ranks, is just whatever your agility is.
Yeah.
It's just 2
purple.
2 purple versus 2 green.
Oh, I want to do that.
It's a flat roll. Could go either way. It's all up in the air. All comes down to this.
Of course, I thought there was no way that my last one wasn't.
I can't.
How much dice I was rolling, and it ended up just being whatever, an advantage.
Yeah, I can't believe that happened. That was crazy.
What is?
2 advantages, 3 failures.
So you miss. You miss pretty substantially. But you can spend those advantages.
You want to give somebody a blue die?
You have two. You have two
Or-
advantages.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. You can
Or
either
you can
add
give
a
him a
black
black
to
die.
his next check,
That might be good. It'll
or
be
you
harder for him to
can
shoot
give.
you.
Somebody can't kill me.
Or you can give an ally a blue. Those are essentially your options.
I'm gonna hand him, especially because I'm last in the turn. Yeah, I'll give him a whack.
Okay.
Just to be safe.
Yeah, has to be safe.
This is where Chain Boy dies.
Alas, poor Hoss, I knew him well.
Ooh. I think we might have found the damn horse archer of this campaign. I'm gonna feel so bad if this guy if any. I'm gonna feel bad if any of you die here. That would be 12 damage
Before soak. Is this
Before
on
soak.
Hoss?
on Haas.
So 8 after soak, right?
I'm
He's going down.
down. I'm dead.
Well,
Well,
not dead.
I'm down.
he's injured, right?
Yeah, and
Easy.
then I'll have to read how exactly that works. Actually, may not even go. Actually, so what happens is you suffer a critical hit.
How you like that shit?
So does that mean he gets a critical injury?
Exceeding wound threshold. When PC suffers wounds greater than his wound threshold, he is knocked out and incapacitated until his wounds are reduced so that they no longer exceed his wound threshold. So you have. So what's the total number of wounds you've taken now?
Total is 14.
14?
And I had 13.
And you had 13? Okay.
Yeah.
So you have to get to 12 wounds in order to, like, not to be
12.
unconscious anymore.
Oh,
You still, like, if he takes a bunch of into the negative, he has that many until he heals up. He also immediately suffers one critical injury. In some rare and dire circumstances, this could result in PC's death.
D100 table, which I have up here if we want it, for the critical injury result.
I believe it's just a D100. And since I don't think you're not getting any modifiers to this, because this is the first critical injury that you're taking.
Mm-hmm.
So critical injuries stick with you.
Each critical injury suffers an additional +10.
Yes, some literally only affect the next check you make. Quite a few of them, in fact. Some affect everything for the rest of the encounter, which probably won't be very long.
Hopefully.
Some stuff is longer. Critical injuries have severities, which determines how long you have them. So if you have a critical injury and you get another critical injury, it makes the second one worse.
Right.
So you're going to roll a D100. The only way you die is if you somehow roll higher than 151 on a dice that is not physically possible to do that with. Which is why the first critical injury you take isn't necessarily a big deal.
Right. That makes sense.
It's the second critical injury that could result in him dying.
No, you really have to keep going unless weapons
Company?
have vicious or stuff like that. What was that?
Yeah, you got
Okay.
a stinger. It's a 40.
It's a 40.
So the next difficulty check increases by 1.
Yeah. So I believe there is on the character sheet there is a spot to record. Is there a spot for record?
Yeah, it's right under condition.
So write down
Stinger.
just fill in 1 bar for severity.
And it's a medicine check to get rid of it, right? Like a separate one from healing wounds.
Strain recovering from critical injuries. Critical injuries vary in magnitude, blah blah blah. Okay, so it's the magnitude of the critical injury, the severity of it, is the difficulty of the medicine check to heal it.
Okay. So it's an easy one. There's no way I would be unable to heal that, huh?
So no details, just...
You don't need the details
okay.
because it will just be your next check.
Yeah.
The difficulty is increased by 1. But
Decent
you are
checks.
unconscious at the moment. Essentially until you heal 2 wounds, which will either be 2 days or
hopefully sooner.
Or hopefully sooner. So that is that guy's check. So it is back around to the 3 initiative slots you guys still have at the top, even though one of them will be filled by a man who does nothing.
I'm blasting
You're
lethally.
Okay.
I will aim. I will shoot. It is medium range. Roll. 1 success, 5 advantage,
Okay.
11 damage.
Well, he did, and I'm pretty sure that matches the critical rating of your weapon, so...
Yes, the
Look,
crit
I mean,
is 3.
He's also just dead, so...
I could also trigger auto fire with that amount of advantage, I think. But I think I have to say that before I... Anyways, I kill him, and then I'm going to hop off the bike and tend to my boy Haas.
Okay.
First one, I'm just going to... Can I just do like the base medicine check to bring him back to consciousness first?
Which will be at whatever the,
It's
hardest...
easy if he's... more than half, but with that one, this is either a medium or a hard with where he's at this point.
Up
there.
Current wounds exceeded wound threshold hard.
Okay. So a yellow, 2 greens, 3 purples.
Which means it would be daunting if it was physically possible.
3 successes, 2 threats. I don't know if threats do anything.
Threats and advantages really do anything here, so
But
he
3
recovers...
You recover 3 wounds.
3 wounds, bringing you down to 10.
So you're back to consciousness. Then I will try a medicine check to heal his critical wound.
So I have 2.
Which is 1.
Just
right.
Yep.
2 out of 3.
3 success. So I also will fix your stinger.
So yeah, you can remove your...
I'll hop off, swing the sling over to the weapon over my back of the sling, and I immediately start and it's worth saying that battlefield medicine would wince at my battlefield medicine probably. This isn't it's I reach into my mechanics kit and pull out a staple gun and pull your skin together and staple it for stitches, and it's very brutal utilitarian battlefield medicine that I do.
Luckily, you're unconscious for most of it.
Exactly. I brought him back to consciousness and then do that. Well, no, for the stinger, yeah.
So you're at the point where essentially a stiff breeze will put you on the ground again, but you're back to square 0 with the critical injury. So
that's good.
I can't do another medicine check on you because I already did one. Might be worth doing.
Yeah, I wrote this down.
It does 5 wounds.
It does 5 the first time,
and then 4
the second,
the same day.
Third, the third one. It goes down.
Diminishing returns if you use more than 1 in a day.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I only have 1 anyway. So.
Okay.
I'd use it.
While Apex was over healing Haas, I go over to the dead bodies of the men who were shooting at us and try to pick up see if they have a comm device or something that we can listen in on.
Okay. Yeah, you'd be able to get a comm link off of one of them.
Okay.
You're kind of getting the report. What happened? What's going on?
Everything's fine here. We're fine. How are you?
How are you?
How are you?
I loved actually doing that on Imperial Comms in one of the first sessions of this we ever did.
Good times.
We're all going here now.
How are you?
How are you? And it went about that well, in fact.
What? I pretty much I hear that and I just let Haas and Apex know. Yeah, if they weren't aware of us coming, they are now.
If they don't know, now they know. Do we have anything to gain from questioning the one that we stunned?
We can at least
get an idea of how many more people there are.
If the Bothan is there,
Yeah.
that's the best thing we're gonna get.
I guess that's me.
That's you.
Yeah, that's you. You may be injured, but you're still our persuasion guy.
I limp over, angry. And I go over him and I say, "Where's the Bothan? Barf on run."
He
With
does not
my-
reply anything, being currently unconscious.
Oh, he's still unconscious.
Where is he? Damn.
We slap him
We
away.
smack him awake.
Okay.
And then I say that same thing.
Roll me
He just repeats
coercion.
himself.
And just do an easy coercion, especially as there's a Nautilin picking over the corpses of the other guys he was with.
Nope. Not 3 greens.
Haas clearly has a blaster wound in his shoulder that's just been pressed together and stapled, like welding torch shut.
One success, one advantage, and one triumph.
Where are the other drugs going?
I mean, he will tell you where. He give you he tells you that bars in the in their hideout, which is just at this point a mile or half mile or so farther along in the direction you guys were headed.
How much more of a security detail is going to be at this?
Yeah, well, if he's done talking, I was
you guys got
gonna ask how many people there.
you guys got 4, so there's probably bar and another, there's bar and another 3.
Okay.
Okay.
One more total.
So easy task.
Well, we almost lost Haas fighting the first 4. I wouldn't say easy task.
I hit him with some brass knuckles.
This is, I think it's the last time where you're
It's with
trying to
this
see
gappy
whether
stick.
you're just man, if he lives, he lives. If he dies, he dies.
Yeah, well, I'm a little more angry because
Okay, well,
He's
he
got
probably dies then. In that case, I don't even really think.
Is this a coup of grace? As the kids call it, a coup de grace?
I prefer a sedan of grease myself.
I'm not the grace I don't prefer is William Grace. You scumbag.
Roll for sadness.
Critical success.
Was it actually crit?
It was an 18.
That's quite a bit of sound.
That's what it said.
All
Okay,
right. So
okay, yeah,
you're
able to just brain it.
That's what I do.
Once again, this happens, and Apex tries really hard to keep his cool, but definitely winces when this happens and doesn't see it coming again. Just boom.
I like to think Boxes turns around to just a man's head exploded on
Basically.
a tree.
Right.
And my first thought in the telecommunication is, Boss? Really?
And I just said, we got what we needed out of him. I think that was the right move to cut off loose ends here.
Yeah. No, I agree. I say we press forward and we can try and stick to the plan.
Yeah, I think we move in on foot at this point. It'll be more quiet. Or at least, hopefully, maybe we can kind of circumvent a little bit, kind of go to one side or the other and try and come in not directly from the direction that their friends just died. And I mean, they're going to be on alert, but we could still try and sneak up a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna start taking. I'm gonna find a good position in the trees to set up shop.
Okay, this, as you guys approach, this does seem to be kind of underground. At least the hangar itself is kind of built into a cave.
Okay.
I mean, from especially as you guys get close, it's obvious to see some amount of communications equipment and stuff like that, sort of built into it. It doesn't really look like a military facility. It looks fairly scrapped together, but they've put a little bit of effort in here.
Okay.
There's kind of a footpath that goes up the sort of short cliff into the hangar itself, into the cave. That's fairly visible from below. You don't, at least at the moment, you don't see anybody just posted up with a machine gun or anything on the in the entrance to the cave.
I think we'll get boxes to a line of sight. Probably in your scope lets you treat long as medium range, right? Isn't that how that works?
I believe so.
Because I think if we put them at long range, looking into the cave, that's
because I have a bipod mount and sights, so I should be.
The sight is the one that specifically it either makes extreme treated as long or long treated as medium.
Telescopic optical sight. Reduce the difficulty of ranged combat checks at long and extreme range by 1.
There you go. Long and extreme. So long is medium and extreme is
long is 2 purple, just like medium, and extreme is 3 purple.
I don't think the blaster has extreme anyways though. So
it might not a ton.
But we can still put them in long.
Yeah.
What do you think that's a good idea, Box, just for you to sneak somewheres where you got a good line of sight on the opening of the cave?
Yeah, I could do that.
I'd have to just lob a frag grenade in there if it wasn't going to blow up the guy we're supposed to take alive.
Roll a stealth to...
At what level?
Do an average stealth and then do a... followed by a hard athletics to get...
Okay.
To get up into a tree.
So the stealth is 1 success, 1 advantage.
Okay, beautiful.
And then... we're at athletics. Ew, this one's going to be a tough one.
It's just brawn.
1 success, 2 threats.
Okay, I
had a rank in athletics, but it's...
You're able to get up into a tree with line of sight into the hangar. It's fairly far from you since you're kind of sticking at long range. You feel like you're not super steady where you are. You don't think it would take much to knock you out of the tree, but I'm at a distance enough to where it would take a lot for them to hit that spot or whatever.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Your checks to hit them are definitely going to be easier than their checks to hit you, unless they also have sniper rifles.
And you also went up there quietly, so
yes.
they don't know you're there until you take the first shot.
And looking around with the your telescopic optic sight, you can see there's a ship in the hangar, with its loading ramp down. You can see a Bothan that looks like a scummy space smuggler, as well as 3 others, a couple of which seem to be like the guys that you were fighting in the jungle, similarly armed and just not all that much to look at, more hired guns than anything, and another one that also seems like he might be kind of a pilot or smuggler.
Okay.
But just one Bothan.
That's our boy. And we can communicate this with our Gank comlinks, because you guys trusted me to play with your brains.
Yeah. Okay, I see the
You guys aren't actually on a mission bounty hunting somebody, you're just passed out in the hold of a ship because he's just feeding you holograms in your brain because of the Gank implants or something, I don't know.
There's some sort of very dark story that could be told here, that's all I know.
Yeah. So am I just going to take the first shot, or do you guys get set?
Let us move into a nearby-ish position, and then blast. I'd say blast his friend, like the other smuggler dude.
I was thinking shoot the Bothan in the leg so he can't realistically get away.
I think it's better if you just take out one of the one of the guys who's going to
Friends.
shoot back at us, and then because I don't know if does the stun setting work at the full range of the gun.
I'm gonna say no.
Probably.
I don't
not.
think stun setting can work from a long range. So
I don't know if there's
then
anything-
I can stun setting him
Actually,
up
I was
close.
gonna shoot
You
him
might
with
have
a
to
blaster at long range. Just
Stun setting
blow
might
off
be
the leg.
only in close range.
That's what I'm wondering. Whether it is or whether they've got an express rule or not, I'm gonna say you can't use stun at that range.
I think that's very reasonable.
But the range changes to short and cannot be increased.
There you go. So yeah, I think you blast the other smuggling looking guy, and then we'll
Okay.
worry about stunning, and you focus on him and the other two guns, and we'll focus on getting stunned and then the other two guns.
Cool.
Okay. I'll do average stealth checks from you two.
Okay.
Try and get up
I'd like to
near
get
the
up
hangar.
nearish to the hangar so that we can kind of make this a coordinated strike. I have 1 rank of stealth. No ranks of stealth, but I'm agile.
1 rank of stealth. No.
1
ranks of
success.
stealth. You're not quite the knight, but you feel like you're doing pretty good.
I'm the evening. I am the evening. Good evening.
1 threat.
One threat. Okay. You guys start sneaking up. You're kind of in front.
Yeah, I'll take
kinda
point
around
on
you.
this one in
Um,
front of an injured hoss.
And you, you, Boxus, like, through your scope, see one of them, like, turn quickly towards the hangar and be, like, pointing like he's saying, I think I just heard something over there. And then you guys hear somebody yelling out, like, essentially for the patrol that you guys ghosted. Like, it's like, is that you? But you seem to, like... They seem to have noticed that somebody is.
Do they say, is that you? So and so? Yes, it is me, so and so. I assume this is what it talks like. Hello, friends. It is us.
You just got one of their bodies on a couple of sticks.
Hello there, friends. Like, oh, these freaky rag.
Can I roll to
We-
imitate
just-
the man
just
that I
weekend at
murdered?
Weekend at Bernie's.
We did hear him talk.
It's exactly. How well can I pull
Roll a daunting charm check.
that? Daunting.
That'll be 4 purple.
You got this. You got this.
Okay.
Yes, he's me.
It is me, your friend. What do you
it's,
say?
it's just me.
It is us.
It is.
Don't shoot. It's us.
1 success, 2 threats.
Yes. You guys have done well on daunting checks pretty much every time so far. Yeah, so what do you say?
Yes, it is me. Yeah, it's us. Everything's good.
Keeps progressing
The
closer.
intruders-
So you hear,
intruders eliminated.
Boxes, you can see 2 of them walking towards, like, the mouth of the cave, the edge of that, like, makeshift hangar. And you guys can hear people approaching, and one of them's saying, like, yeah, it's just like, what happened out there? Like, why aren't you answering? Like, why weren't you like answering on the comms? Like,
They had some. I say in my brain to you, tell them that whoever these intruders were had some sort of comm jamming device. And then I'm going to drop to a knee and just aim at the hilltop and wait for one of their heads to crest over the top of it. And if it's not a Bothan head, I'm blowing it off.
I repeat his words.
Can I see?
okay, roll me
can
a
I see-
hard. Roll me a hard deception check, because this is.
Can I see?
Go ahead.
Can I see if? So I can see that the 2 walking up on Apex and Haas aren't Bothans.
No, it
from
seems to
my
be the
vantage.
2. It seems to be like the 2 scrubs. more or
Smooth
less.
talking hoss.
Okay. Okay. So I'll let Apex know that it's 2 of the scrubs walking
Okay.
up. So be ready.
Oh, I will be.
1 success, 1 threat.
Okay. So you hear the response essentially you get that you 2 hear is like along the lines of, like, essentially, God damn it, they must be bounty hunters. Bar, you should get out of here. And as the footsteps approach, I guess you guys can all roll cool checks for initiative.
Okay.